Welcome to another edition of the Business and Personal Podcast, where we bring you closer to the people that you do business with, or that people that help you learn. And we're joined today by Melissa Nelson. She's the head of school at Clarksburg Classical Academy, and she's back on a year later. A year ago at this time, Melissa, we were talking about scrambling around and starting up a school, and here you are. Next thing I know, you won an award. So, how well did the first year go?
The first year went very well. We had a great staff, eager to learn, passionate about the kids. We all shared the same vision. The kids were great. The parents were great. We had very high expectations for everybody in the building, myself included. And so we knew we had a lot to do, and we had a great year of success. Like you said, we won an award for achieving in performance. So that was really exciting.
And, I've heard already some stories of some parents telling me about students getting major changes to their grades, obviously for the better, testing out better. Did you see a lot of those types of results across the board?
We did. Our third and through fifth grade took the state tests at the end of the year, and we saw a lot of growth from the beginning of the year. Our iReady scores, it was phenomenal, the growth that we saw. So like during the school year, we bring parents in for data chats. So it's no surprise at the end of the year, where the students are, because throughout the year, we've had those 2 or 3 data chats with the parents discussing the levels, discussing the strengths, and then discussing skills that the parents can work on at home as well with the kids. So we're all in the education, like we're all in it together to make sure these students show growth. So we saw a lot of success. On Mondays, we go and we have morning meetings in our big auditorium, and we compete with our iReady. So the class that gets the highest percentage of iReady that week gets that extra recess in both math and reading. So the kids love it, and they work hard. They put a lot of time and effort into improving their skills and their growth in this building.
And you've been telling me you have a hard time getting the kids to go home too, so that's a good problem to have, huh?
Yes, our after-school enrichment program has been a huge success. We started that in February. We had some parents who needed that. However, we let it open to all students. And I ended up having to waitlist kids. They loved it. A lot of science, engaging, hands-on experiments going on. So it was a big success. So we're going to continue that this year.
So love to hear all the success stories, and let's push this forward. But even before we do that, to give people an idea that are listening to this that have an interest in classical education, just give them a quick overview of what that is exactly.
Okay, well, classical education, we're teaching kids how to learn, not what to learn. Our curriculum is very rigorous. They go through the classics. Growing up, they memorize, multiplication. They memorize spelling rules. It's a lot of hands-on, engaged learning. So we're just developing those thinking skills, and we're not just passing kids through. They have to think. So like with our curriculum, our reading is 2 hours long throughout the day. 30 minutes of that is personalized instruction on their level. And then the other hour and a half, it's depth of knowledge, thinking. We have high expectations, and our students reach it.
So moving forward, there's new things coming with the school, growth, all those sorts of things you love to see as the school goes onward and upward. So what are some new things coming for next year?
Okay, so next year we are pre-K through 6th grade. The following year we'll add 7th, and then the following year after that we'll have 8th grade. So this is to be continued. We also have a theater class. So I'm very excited about that. Our arts is just phenomenal in this building. We have an excellent art teacher. Our 6th grade is going to be more STEM-based, science labs, project-based. So that's exciting as well.
And you probably had a chance too to get a good template in this first year of what is a good student that's a good fit to succeed in your school. So what would you say to parents out there listening, some traits that you noticed that would lead to success at the school?
To be honest, I'm just going to tell you about our pledge, something we say every day, and our kids memorize it, and we recite it every day. Any child can succeed in this building as long as they put forth their best effort. So to be their best and do their best every day, to overcome obstacles, not make excuses, because we don't make excuses for our learning. We're all here to learn, and you will learn if you do your best and you are your best. Another thing that you have to do, you have to be in school. if it's an attendance issue or your kid's not here, we can't teach them. So they need to be in the building. And then we teach to be respectful to ourselves, to our teachers, to our classmates, and to our community.
What other advice would you have for parents out there that their kids are struggling with traditional education, and what are some of the differences maybe that can be brought to the table that you saw make a difference with some of these kids?
We have a lot of family events in this building. I love our family approach because kids feel valued and our families feel valued. They want to be here. That's the big thing. And if you can get a child to want to be in the building, then you've done great things. Now, with those events and all that fun, when they step into the building, though, it's about the curriculum. It's about learning, and all the fun things are set aside. We know the students. We build those relationships with the students. We have smaller size classrooms. And I think we just really get to know the students independent level. But at the same time, our parents, we are to do our best and be our best. We expect the same thing from our parents. And so they're all in their child's education as well. They're involved. They want their child to do the best. That's why they brought them here. They wanted something different. And so they participate in things as well to make sure that there's growth in their child's development.
And again, anybody that's still listening definitely has an interest in the school. So we're recording this here in mid-July. What do you have available for opportunities in the coming school year for enrollment, and what are some key dates coming up?
Okay, well, we have waitlisted our pre-K, but that's okay. You can still enroll. You can still, do the application. Some of our other grade levels are filling up as well, but we still invite you to come in and do tours. Start being a part of our school family now. Get involved. And then July the 30th, we have a big pool party at Splash Zone that's free to all families who are interested in coming to our school to get to know us better.
Great opportunity to go to an award-winning school. We got to see the trophy. Come on, Melissa. Let's see what it looks like here. Look at that. Look at that. You could be sending your kids to an award-winning school. That's all nice and shiny. I love it. So that had to feel good to get that.
It does. I wanted to thank my staff as soon as we got it, because that's something that is well-deserved, and they worked hard for it, and our students.
Well, you actually get to take a vacation now. I've taken you away enough from your golf trip here. So we do appreciate you joining us and kind of giving an update and letting us know what's coming forward for Clarksburg Classical. Again, thanks so much for joining us, Melissa.
All right. Thank you.